You've probably seen the attack ads airing as we get closer to the 2018 midterm elections. And everyone's eyes are on Missouri's Senate race. Good evening, I'm Lindsey Fafoglia.
And I'm Jordan Berger. This week, our Target 8 investigative team looked at the Senate Majority PAC, or SMP's, attack on Josh Hawley. KOMU8's Mackenzie Huck is in the studio to tell us if the claims add up.
Well, Josh Hawley's fight against public corruption and his campaign donors, just two things that the Senate Majority PAC takes aim at in its latest attack ad. I dug deeper to find out whether or not these claims are true.
This developing news out of Jeff City this morning.
Governor Eric Greitens has been indicted.
It's an ad about Josh Hawley, so why does it start out with the governor? Political science professor Terry Smith says that's a strategy.
Instead of attacking the candidates, what they're doing is kind of attacking the Republican brand in the sense that they believe that that brand has been tarnished.
A trend Smith says will continue.
As long as Governor Greitens is causing problems for the Republican Party and Hawley is a Republican, then they're going to connect those dots.
SMP Communications Director Chris Hayden said the connection to Greitens is fair.
So it's that kind of dysfunction that you're seeing with Governor Greitens that Josh Hawley said he would clean up, but he's not. Missouri voters shouldn't trust that he has any ability to clean up Washington, D.C.
In addition to accusing Hawley of failing to clean up corruption, SMP accuses him of being a part of it. Claim, Hawley took nearly $3 million from a pay-to-play mega donor. We found this claim to be true. During his campaign for Attorney General, Hawley did receive $2.75 million in donations from Joplin businessman David Humphreys. Humphreys has been accused of a pay-to-play scandal with Senate Pro Tem Ron Richard, but no charges have been filed and both men deny any wrongdoing. Claim, Hawley took no action in the case. He said he hadn't even looked at evidence in the case against Humphreys. We found this claim to be incomplete. In an interview with the Kansas City Star about the Humphreys case, Hawley said, quote, "You have a contributor who gives to someone, and that's not against the law. We've received no evidence in that case that would suggest any wrongdoing. In fact, we've received no evidence at all in that case." Hayden says Hawley isn't looking hard enough for evidence.
An attorney general, if they're really concerned about it, they can really look at what the evidence is and they can make it a priority for them. Josh Hawley does not believe that this is a priority.
Smith says PACs will target both Hawley's short political career and McCaskill's long one, but one thing is for sure.
You think that we're seeing ads now, you wait until this season progresses because there are going to be tens of millions of dollars spent in Missouri on this Senate race.
It appears since this ad was released that Hawley is trying to distance himself from the governor. Hawley's campaign consultant Brad Todd says the governor has a lot on his plate right now, so you shouldn't expect him on the campaign trail. We also fact-checked an ad that attacks Hawley's competitor, Senator Claire McCaskill. To watch that report, check out the Target 8 tab on our website. In studio, Mackenzie Huck, KOMU8 News.
Breaking news from Washington, D.C. tonight. Attorney General Jeff Sessions has fired the former FBI deputy director days before he was set to retire. Sessions fired Andrew McCabe, who stepped down from his position earlier this year after being the frequent target of President Trump. The move keeps McCabe from getting early retirement benefits. He was accused of misleading investigators during a look into the Clinton Foundation.
New details on an arrest we first told you about this afternoon. Anthony Rowell is accused of using a taser to threaten a woman outside a bar and raping her back in November. Rowell was arrested Wednesday. Columbia police say the woman told them two men took her somewhere and did, quote, bad things before driving her to an unknown location and pushing her out of a van. Police say they found a stun gun at Rowell's home with a long strand of hair on it. He's currently in Boone County Jail being held on a $200,000 bond. We also have an update on the officer-involved shooting in Clinton last week. CenturyLink is saying its database did not provide the wrong information to police dispatchers. Officer Christopher Ryan Morton died after he was sent to an incorrect address and a man shot him. The company provides a master street address guide for first responders in the area. Henry County Emergency Communications said in a statement last week the error came from that guide. Its chairman now says the county's system may have been unable to interpret and map the address. The parents of Kenneth Suttner, a teenager who committed suicide after allegedly being bullied at work, settled a wrongful death lawsuit this week. The terms of that settlement are confidential. Suttner's former manager at Dairy Queen, Harley Branham, faces stalking, harassment, and assault charges. Branham's involuntary manslaughter charge was dropped in January.
In light of students walking out of class on Wednesday, KOMU 8 wanted to know if walking out of high schools would affect walking into college. Columbia Public Schools did not hand out any punishments for students participating in National Walkout Day. Thousands of students left classes in support of Parkland victims and survivors, some even against the wishes of administration. Most colleges in the Columbia area will not hold any punishments given out in response to the walkout against prospective students. At Stevens College, representative says any university should be happy to have students like these.
I would be ashamed for a school, ashamed for higher ed, if there was a school that would discipline someone for speaking up for social issues.
Other schools were not so forgiving. South Carolina's largest school district said it'd reprimand about 530 students for cutting class.
Here's what's happening right now. The Missouri men's basketball team just tipped off against the Florida State Seminoles.
They're looking for their first win or tournament win in 8 years. We have coverage for both the Tiger teams as they start off the NCAA tournament. But first, we'll start in Nashville with Kevin Levine. Kevin.
Xavier fans have flooded the streets of Nashville, and any remaining Florida State and Missouri Tiger fans have entered the building, and that means just one thing. The 5-year drought has officially come to a close as Missouri and Florida State tipped off just about 20 minutes ago. Now, there are a ton of fans inside, but that's not the only place the Tigers can be found here in Nashville tonight. We talked to the president of the Nashville Alumni Association and said that he's throwing a watch party at one of the local bars that is expected to have about 1,000 Tigers. He says that this season has been a fantastic celebration.
Nothing but kind of pride for how the team's handled itself and how the effort they put forth on the court in front of it in the face of adversity, and to have the season they've had and to be in the tournament this year, first year under a new head coach is just quite frankly astounding, and just something we can all be proud of as alums.
Again, tip-off was just about 20 minutes ago, so we should still be in the first half. Make sure to stay tuned to our KOMU Sports later in this block. For now, we're going to send it over to Landon Burke in Palo Alto with news on the Missouri women's basketball team. For now, though, Kevin Levine, KOMU Sports in Nashville, Tennessee.
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm live at Stanford University, where tomorrow the women's basketball team will be playing its third consecutive year in the NCAA tournament. Now, Missouri was actually one of the most viable contenders to host the first round of the tournament, but unfortunately some late season losses ultimately cost the Tigers that, and the honor instead went to Stanford. But at today's press conference, the Tigers talked about how they're hoping to use some of that frustration from those recent losses to fuel them to really focus and buckle down tomorrow against Florida Gulf Coast University. So we'll have more coming up in sports, but for now, live from Palo Alto, Landon Burke, KOMU 8 News.
Thanks, Landon. Back in Columbia, today's rain showers will clear out overnight. But how will this weekend look? Let's check in with Megan.
Thanks, Lindsay. Those rain showers are starting to clear out. We actually saw a couple thunderstorms in the earlier afternoon hours, but right now we're just looking at some light rain showers on our satellite and radar to the north of I-70. But those are going to taper off overnight, leaving us with cloudy conditions to start the day tomorrow. Now, it was windy today as well. Winds are still at 17 miles per hour out of the east here in Columbia. Those are expected to continue overnight into tomorrow as well. Temperatures across the board, strong temperature gradient, 37 up in Macon, but warmer, 57 over in Warsaw. Right along I-70, temperatures are in the mid-40s right now. Now, over the next couple of hours, you can expect temperatures to drop off just a little bit. They're not going to drop off too terribly much with that cloud cover in the way, but by tomorrow morning, we will be at 40 degrees, and we will be cloudy across the board. A cloudy day for tomorrow, but sunnier for Sunday and warmer as well. We do have our next rain chance on Monday. I'll let you know what you can expect coming up here in a little bit.
Megan, thank you. Coming up, investigators are still working to remove the debris from a collapsed bridge in Miami. The questions they're trying to answer.
Plus, how the bridge that fell is connected to a few bridges in Columbia. That's next.
This is the doorway to your dreams. Better known as the Honda Dream Garage Spring Event. And through it, you can open new doors to the outdoors with a deal on a Honda Pilot. Oh, look, here's one. It's got room for up to 8. The interior is incredibly roomy. Don't mind if I do.
The Honda Dream Garage Spring Event is on now. Get a great deal on the Pilot, a KBB.com Best Buy for 2018.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. From exams and cleanings to more expensive procedures, they're all included with the Carefree Dental Card. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month, and everyone in your household can use the same card.
Call the number on the screen. Representatives are standing by to assist you. Track storms wherever you are. Download the free KOMU 8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by University Subaru.
New tonight, an engineer called 2 days before a Miami bridge collapsed to report cracking at one end of it. Crews started removing what's left of the bridge this afternoon, and they're not sure how long it'll take. Investigators from the National Transportation Safety Board also are there. Officials say they don't know how many people were hurt yet. At least 6 people died when the bridge fell, but there could be more people under the debris. 3 bridges in Colombia were built using the same technology as the Miami Bridge. The I-70 overpasses at Rangeline, Garth, and West Boulevard were all built using ABC technology. Accelerated bridge construction involves the use of prefabricated building materials and minimizes the amount of traffic backup caused by construction. Although it's the same technology used, MoDOT says Missouri drivers have nothing to worry about.
We've been actually using the prefabricated bridge element portion of it for upwards of 30 years. So we're well versed in that. We've been doing it for a long time, so nobody should have any worries about that at all.
Emery Sapp and Sons, who built the bridges, says comparing the pedestrian bridge in Miami and the vehicle bridges here in Missouri is like comparing apples and oranges. Sotomayor says if a Missouri bridge is open, it is safe to walk and drive on.
Well, spring has come early on the MKT Trail after 3 bridges and an access point are open early. KOMU 8's Sydney Olson is in the studio with what trail users will notice on their hikes.
Boone Construction finished the project 2 weeks earlier than expected. One Parks and Recreation employee says the project was finished so early because of the contractor's hard work and cooperative weather. The contractor replaced bridges 5, 7, and 8 on the MKT Trail. Signs of construction are still visible in the area, but the new bridges are already being utilized by trailgoers. One Parks and Recreation employee says the bridges needed to be replaced due to their old age.
Most of these bridges are 100-year-old railroad bridges. They were designed to carry trains, but even so, they're 100 years old, and so they will all need to be replaced over the next 20 years or so.
The Parks and Recreation Department says it had to build construction roads in order to fit the equipment to place the new bridges. Construction for the project closed a quarter-mile section of the trail, but Parks and Rec provided 2 detours that involve some sidewalks and roads.
We also encourage people to get out and explore other trails throughout the city. You know, a lot of people use this trail section for recreation, so during this 3.5-month period, we ask people to go and explore other trails.
One regular trail user says trails like these are the real blessings of Columbia.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, this is great. I've been waiting for this to open up. I think this section's really beautiful with all the, the cliffs, the cutout.
After this project, Parks and Recreation has replaced 6 of the 13 bridges along the trail. Snyder says the park sales tax will be up for renewal in about 4 years, allowing the public to approve replacing more bridges. In the studio, Sydney Olson, KOMU 8 News.
Sydney, thank you. Girl Scout troops showing up at one Columbia dentist's door are getting some help selling cookies and supporting the troops. That's coming up after weather.
Okay, it's Ford Truck Month, and here's how it works. You take F-150, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, work in best-in-class towing and payload, sweeten up the offer, and boom, look who just saved a stack of cash. Step on it, Ford. Drive home America's best-selling truck 41 years straight. Ford Truck Month is here. It's buy now time, people. During Truck Month, get up to $10,500 total savings on F-150, plus a no-charge 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain service plan. Only at your quality Ford dealers.
It's the Memory Foam Madness sale at Denver Mattress. Enjoy superior support and incredible savings with the eco-friendly Green Choice queen-size mattresses starting at just $299. Save up to 50% on Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster 2017 floor models, and get a Furniture Row gift card worth up to $300 and free delivery with any 2018 model Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, or Stearns & Foster purchase. Don't miss the Memory Foam Madness sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
This is the KOMU 8 Cares calendar.
Paint the town green with the Shamrocks Run 15K and 5K this Saturday. Sign up for the St. Patty's Day themed road race and festival at shamrocksrun.com. Also Saturday, shop at one of Mid-Missouri's largest indoor craft fairs at the Columbia Spring Craft and Vendor Fair. Admission is $2 at the door.
This KOMU 8 Cares calendar is brought to you by Bob McCosh Chevrolet, a KOMU 8 caring company.
More and more people have discovered something stronger, more dependable, longer lasting in a Chevy truck. And now you can too. See why Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall. Current competitive owners can get a total value of over $11,000 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
Welcome back to KOMU 8 News at 10. We're taking a look at our Skycam time-lapse overlooking the Columbia Regional Airport throughout the day today. We did see showers on and off throughout the day and a couple peaks of sunshine as well, but for the most part, mainly overcast skies with sprinkles falling here and there, and even a couple of thunderstorms as well, especially in the afternoon hours. But overall, temperatures were very seasonable for the day today. 55 degrees at Columbia Regional Airport, which is spot on with our average high temperature for this time of year. Our low temperature, a couple degrees warmer at 44 degrees for today. Now our weather headlines as we look into this weekend and early next week. Overnight, those showers are going to taper off, leaving us with mostly dry conditions for the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit cooler, but Sunday is going to be a couple degrees warmer. Our next rain chances do come Monday with the cold front. Now that cold front isn't only going to bring rain, it's also going to bring cooler temperatures for Tuesday. On our satellite and radar right now, we can see that low pressure system that's been our main weather factor throughout the day today, and that warm front as well that has impacted our temperatures. Zooming in close to home, we can see some of that rainfall is starting to still fall, but those thunderstorms have moved out of our area, and we're just looking at some light rain, mainly to the north of I-70. That's going to taper off overnight. We can look at what the rest of the weekend is going to look like with our precip cast. By tomorrow morning, we are expecting cloudy conditions. For most of Saturday, for most areas, cloudy conditions will stay in place, but some areas could see some sunshine. Those areas that do will see warmer temperatures as well. Saturday night into Sunday, that cloud cover is still going to hold on, and that's going to keep our temperatures from falling off too terribly much Saturday night. But by Sunday afternoon, we are expecting to see some sunshine. This is just before we have our next rain chance. That's going to start to move in Sunday night into Monday. And Monday morning, we could see that rain impacting the morning commute as well. So make sure to tune in with Tori on Monday morning for the latest on that. Now our rain timeline to really break down our rain chances over the next couple of days. Overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, we do have a slight chance. Some areas could still see some showers, but not everyone will. For Monday, that is our greatest rain chance at 60%. For Tuesday morning, we could see a couple lingering showers, but overall it's going to be a dry day with Wednesday as well. Now overnight tonight, it's going to be not too terribly much cooler than it is right now. 40 degrees is our low, but it will be windy still. Wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. For tomorrow, slightly below average at 50 degrees, but those winds will die down out of the northwest at 5 to 10. The next 3 days does bring a warm up in temperatures by Sunday. We will see some sunshine as well at 60 degrees. Monday, our next chance for rain at 53. Tuesday after that cold front at 45. But it will be spring, and it'll start to feel like it for the rest of the week. Temperatures rebounding back into the 50s.
Tagalongs, Thin Mints, peanut butter patties, how one Columbia dentist is getting these Girl Scout cookies to the troops.
And a Columbia elementary school could get a new playground with your help. We'll tell you how after the break.
But first, here are your lottery numbers. Good luck.
coming up Monday on KOMU 8 News Today.
Busy weekend, lots of Tiger basketball. In case you missed it all weekend, we will recap everything Monday morning for you.
We have reporters in both spots for men's and women, and of course we'll have everything late breaking at the Right Now desk.
And it looks like we're waking up to rain again Monday morning. I'll have your out-the-door forecast.
Great days begin with great mornings. KOMU 8 News Today. Coverage you can count on.
In 2008, Republic Services acquired the Bridgeton landfill in a merger. Since then, we've invested $200 million to clean up the site and to maintain environmental compliance. We do that while staffing the facility 24/7. That's because we support permanent solutions that are safe for our neighbors and clean up the environment. We're committed to doing what's right. That's what drives us every day. We're a part of the community, and we are here for the long haul. Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, I'm Dr. Oz. Just like teeth, your dentures need proper care. Gently clean them each day with a non-abrasive cleanser to remove food and plaque. When you're not wearing them, keep them in water to prevent warping. And don't forget oral hygiene. When you remove your dentures, gently brush your gums, tongue, and the roof of your mouth to remove any plaque.
Watch Dr. Oz weekdays at 2 on KOMU 8. Brought to you locally by DDS Dentures and Implant Solutions of Mid-Missouri. The financial news is brought to you by Downtown Appliance Home Center, providing appliances and personal service to Mid-Missouri for over 50 years.
I got questions and need answers.
Voted for you, both times.
I did something very bad.
Well, she just lifted up my bed and said, "You're Black Lightning." Busted.
Black Lightning, all new this Tuesday at 9/8 Central on the CW.
Black Lightning, Tuesday at 8 on Mid-Missouri's CW.
More and more people are finding themselves in a Chevrolet for the first time. Trying something new can be exciting, empowering, downright exhilarating. See for yourself why Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall.
Switch into a new Chevy now. Current select competitive owners and lessees get $4,500 total cash allowance on most 2018 Chevy Cruze models. Visit your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers.
Welcome back, everyone. If you're wondering what cookies and dental offices have in common, it's not what you might think. KOMU 8's Olivia Gerling is in the studio to tell why a dental office is buying cookies for a good cause.
Well, Jordan, I'm not sure what your favorite Girl Scout cookies are, but I really like Thin Mints. And I brought these to share because that's exactly what Cherry Hill Dental is doing. So the office has invited Girl Scout troops to come to their door, and they'll purchase 2 cases of Girl Scout cookies per troop. The office will then send all of the cookies they bought to military service members overseas.
You know the saying that, baseball and apple pie is American? I think the third thing on the list would be Girl Scout cookies.
Now, I need to be clear, Cherry Hill Dental is buying 2 cases, not boxes. These are boxes. A case holds 12 boxes. So right now, the office has more than 600 boxes to ship overseas. The program will continue until April 1st. In the studio, Olivia Gerling, KOMU 8 News.
New Haven Elementary has a few more hours to win Project Playground. The school started the contest back in February and is now in 2nd place. Cultural is the company sponsoring the contest. New Haven is 5,000 votes behind the school in the lead. A teacher at the school says the process was about so much more than winning a playground.
Students have a voice. There is power in writing and going for things you believe in.
Right now, the school is about 5,000 votes behind. The cutoff for voting is 11:59 tonight. You can find the link to the voting page on our website, KOMU.com.
The Mizzou men are making their first NCAA appearance in 5 years. We'll have live updates from the game coming up next in sports.
Sure you're fine with getting rid of the trophy case?
Yep.
And the carpet?
Mm-hmm.
And that?
Yes.
Platinum Plus offers extreme hide. Plus, it's up to 50% more washable and stain resistant than a leading premium paint. Menards and Dutch Boy Paint have you covered.
Good color, honey.
Go ahead, live your life.
March at McCosh means more for your trade. No matter what you're driving now, bring it to Bob McCosh, because we can and we will give you more money during trade days. Your new 2018 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab LT was $48,140, but our sale price is $33,698. See all your savings right now at bobmccosh.com. Find new roads to #1 business loop, Columbia. Chevrolet makes the car. Bob McCosh makes the difference.
Stay up to date your way with KOMU.com, Mid-Missouri's #1 source for around-the-clock news coverage. Keep up with the latest breaking news stories of the day. Know before you go with live traffic updates. Track storms in your area with live Doppler 8 First Alert radar. Demand the truth with in-depth Target 8 investigations. And take KOMU 8 on the go with live stream newscast. KOMU.com. Read, watch, and interact with coverage you can count on.
More and more people have discovered something stronger, more dependable, longer lasting in a Chevy truck. And now you can too. See why Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall. Current competitive owners can get a total value of over $11,000 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. Visit your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers.
Tired of trying to hide your belly bulge? Now there's a fun, effective, and easy way to get fit and toned in just minutes a day with the Simply Fit board.
I'm Lori Grenier from Shark Tank. I like being toned, but I'm not big into working out and sweating. That's why I fell in love with the Simply Fit board.
The secret is its unique twisting motion and balanced board pivoting action that engages your entire core, all while having fun. Call or go online now to get your Simply Fit board for only $39.99.
Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
It's March Madness with the first round of the men's tournament coming to a close tonight. Missouri's started about an hour after some delay, but the Tigers are in action as we speak. KOMU 8's Kevin Levine is outside the Bridgestone Arena down in Nashville with the latest. Kevin.
It is an eerily quiet scene outside of the Bridgestone Arena, knowing that just inside, thousands of screaming fans are urging their team on. Missouri, as per usual, got off to a slow start, but the crowd did show up. It is a decidedly Missouri crowd inside, and even though the Porter brothers, Jonte and Michael, haven't looked great so far, there is plenty of basketball left to play here in Nashville. Reporting live for KOMU 8 Sports, Kevin Levine.
And he's been out the game for quite a while now, but he's coming along really nicely, and with how we've been practicing leading up to this point, from some full speed, getting up and down for a while practices, I think that's just helping them even more.
All right, thanks, Kevin. And let's look in to see how the Tigers are doing early in this one, trailing to Florida State 29-20 a few minutes to go until halftime in Nashville. The Missouri women start a tournament run of their own tomorrow afternoon in Palo Alto. KOMU 8's Landon Burke tells us how the Tigers are getting ready for their first round matchup. Take it away, Landon.
Hey, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, so the women's team will be taking on Florida Gulf Coast University tomorrow at 2:30. And at today's press conference that was earlier today, the team said it's a very winnable game, but they need to look out for a few things. First of all, Florida Gulf Coast, very capable at the three-point line. They're going to have to keep an eye on that. Also, the Tigers are going to have to make sure they don't get caught out of position in defense. Head coach Robin Pinchton talked about how Florida Gulf Coast is a very offensive-savvy team. They have very smart basketball IQ, so they're going to have to look out for that, guys. But the game is tomorrow at 2:30. You can catch it on ESPN2 and get highlights on KOMU 8. Back to you guys.
Stepping away from the hardwood, the Missouri softball team is back in action, hosting number 20 Mississippi State. Tigers trying to put an end to their 5-game losing streak. It's a tough task against Mississippi State. The Tigers threatened early on. You'll see they have a bases loaded chance. A grounder at Hattie Moore, but the throw beats Riley Pierce to the home plate. And in the same inning, Reagan Nash grounds one right back to the pitcher, Holly Ward. And the Tigers strand the bases loaded. Talk about missed opportunities. Next inning, Morgan Bell hits one sharply for Mississippi State, but right at Amanda Sanchez. And this one stays scoreless, but not for long. In the top of the third, Bulldogs break through a grounder to second. Some trouble on the exchange from shortstop Braxton Burnside. And trainers actually go out to check out Burnside later on. But the Bulldogs, that would be all that they need. The Mississippi State goes on to win 4-0, making it 6 straight losses for Mizzou softball. And Mizzou baseball also took a loss tonight, losing 4-2 against the LSU Tigers on the road. That snaps a 9-game winning streak. The Tigers have a chance to even the series tomorrow at 6 p.m. And that's sports.
At Ameren, Missouri, we believe in the power of light. It makes scary stories less scary, and nighttime adventures more likely to last the night. A bright enough light can illuminate opportunities to affect positive change, neighborhoods that need a helping hand, and the advancements needed to ensure tomorrow is a little cleaner than today. Transforming the future of our community by shining light in every direction. That's energy at work. Ameren, Missouri.
It's the March Showcase and Sale at Downtown Appliance Home Center. Our beautiful showroom has all the top name brands on display. And right now you'll find some very attractive offers, including GE and GE Profile. Plus, save up to 40% in our sleep shop, where it's model changeover time on Serta and iComfort mattresses. The March Showcase and Sale. Say it, guys.
Downtown Appliance Home Center. The Sleep Shop. 2 stores in one.
East Broadway, Columbia.
Well, we had looked at several different facilities earlier.
I said to Barb, I want to go back and look at the terrace.
The terrace was a comfortable place, an attractive place. All the people were friendly.
I liked the way it felt. Everybody just was so nice.
She said, I think this is the one.
And we signed that day.
The KOMU8 iPhone and Android News app is brought to you by University Subaru. Download yours today. In the United States, there's an average of 13 alcohol abuse and drug-related deaths that occur each hour. These deaths continue to increase. Addiction is an epidemic, and if left untreated, it could lead to the death of oneself or injuries to others. If you've been trying to quit your addiction to drugs and alcohol, we are only a phone call away. Call Nation's Addiction Network now.
Please call 800-587-0692.
Good news travels fast. At Spectrum, we're increasing our starting internet speed to 100 megabits per second. It's a fact. The more devices you use, the more speed and bandwidth you need. And still just $29.99 when bundled. We're talking 100 megabits per second fast, so you can stream all you can stream and download and game. You get the idea. The phone company can't touch that. We're talking unlimited, no-holds-barred internet. The fastest starting speeds at the same low price. Spectrum.
Now here's a look at what we're following for tomorrow morning. Spring is not here yet, but the Spring Farmers Market will kick off this weekend.
And it's got a new location. We'll tell you the details tomorrow morning at 6 and 9 a.m. on your weekend edition of KOMU8 News Today. Megan?
Today we had plenty of rain showers and passing thunderstorms as well, but we just have a couple light showers to the north of I-70 right now. The good news is that tomorrow is going to be a drier day. Temperatures warming up to 50 degrees, but it will be cloudy. A couple areas could see a couple peaks of sunshine. Otherwise, it's going to be warmer for Sunday at 60 degrees, and we will see more sunshine then. Our next rain chance is for Monday.
Well, you know, I'm going to miss the 70-degree weather, but, you know, I guess we can't be too picky this time of year.
Maybe by next weekend we'll be close to that. Temperatures 62 degrees for next Saturday.
Well, and you have an update for us on the basketball team. What's going on?
So Mizzou is losing by about a dozen with a few minutes to go in the first half. Not looking good, a strong start. But another part of it, too, is that Virginia, #1 seed, might be the first one to lose tonight. They're down by about a dozen now, too, so pretty crazy times.
Well, and how are we thinking the women are going to fare this weekend?
I think that they've got a pretty good matchup against Florida Gulf Coast, but they did win their conference, too. So some pretty tough opponents and matches going against one another, but, you know, certainly should be some exciting times that we're looking forward to in the upcoming week.
We'll definitely have to tune in for that. Well, that's about it from all of us here. The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon, is coming up next. Have a good night.
See you tomorrow morning.